I've got a stack of 6 packages here. These are anything from purchases from online stores. There's some online exclusives here. There's also purchases in here from the comic book community, folks from Instagram and YouTube, things like that. So let's get into these books. The first one up, I know what this one is. It's from Mike Mayhew, from Mike Mayhew Studio online. And I'm really excited to get this one. I took a look at the shipping notes when it said it was shipping in my email. And I'm really excited to see this one in person. Got a nice packaging here, nice sticker on there. And I will link to all these artists and channel names and everything like that in the comments. So be sure to check everybody out. Packed nicely with some cardboard on each side of the box. Definitely appreciate that. Oh no, there's like a cut in this bag on the top. I hope it's not scratched on the book, but yeah, this is cut there. That's no fun. I've had this for a month or so, so I feel kind of bad opening it now. I really, like I said, hope there's nothing wrong with it. All right, I finally got this one out of the packaging, got the tape off of it for the most part. I think what happened is in shipping, the tape and the book must have shifted enough that it pulled the tape tight enough on the bag and ripped it. I'm gonna get this into a Mylar, but I wanted to show you real quick, Sensational She-Hulk #1. I love the look of this. Obviously, it's an homage to ASM 300. And we've got, obviously, Mayhew after McFarlane on the front here, which is awesome. And then at the bottom, underneath She-Hulk, we have this awesome, like, outlined Mayhew signature. That was an additional kind of fee on this book to get this signature, and it's the one that I really liked. And I think I am pretty happy with how this turned out. Like I said, I'm going to get this into a Mylar, get some better shots of it. I hope that it's not damaged. I don't think it is, because I think it was just the plastic that split, like I said, in shipping. And the book also came with a nice certificate of authenticity on the back. That is always nice to have when you get a book that is signed or remarked like this. All right, next up is a set of books that I ordered from Unknown Comics. Now, this is just a standard Gemini here, but I can tell that I've got quite a few books in here. And if I remember correctly, I purchased these on one of Unknown's sales that they had. It was like maybe a buy one, get two free, or buy two, get one free, whatever it was. And I'm pretty sure I picked up a bunch of David Nakayama covers. All right, finally got these untaped from each other, and they look awesome. First up is that X-Men #26. Let's get a closer look at this. This is just amazing. We got Emma Frost chilling on a lounge chair out front. Tons of folks in the background. We got Wolverine there. Looks like he just came from the grill with that brat or sausage. We got Storm, we got Iceman chilling out in the pool back there. Just a number of awesome characters on the cover of this book. And of course, I picked up not only the trade variant, but the Virgin variant cover as well. Now, the other book that kind of pairs along with this is Wolverine #37, which we have right here. Another awesome cover by David Nakayama. We got Rogue and Gambit there paired up. We got Cyclops and Jean Grey. Jubilee in the back there. I just love these Hellfire Gala covers, like the magazine style, you know, looking like a high fashion type magazine with all of the different like articles and things like that. And of course, this was another one that I picked up, the Virgin copy as well. And since these are a paired cover, I'm gonna get a better show of this in a second, but they obviously pair up quite nicely. Definitely something I'm going to put on the shelf and show off. I think these look amazing together. And then last up is that Whatnot exclusive. We have Storm here on the yellow, in the yellow version. It's a Whatnot exclusive. Love this cover as well. I have a white Virgin cover, I believe it is, signed by David, that I picked up from Middle School Geek Comics at the last Planet Comic-Con in Kansas City this last year. I'll link to that video so you can check that book out. But I saw that this one was available from Unknown in this promotion, and I definitely had to pick this one up. Storm is one of my favorites. Definitely probably my favorite X-Men for sure. Love the way David makes her look. Love this white outfit, and just had to add this to the promo. All right, next up in this stack of books is an order from a guy that just has an amazing appreciation and collection of Dave Stevens comics and artwork, and that is the guy known as Cinema Chan. You can check him out over on Instagram. You can find him on Whatnot. I don't think he's on YouTube. I'll do some searching, and if so, I'll link him in the description. But I was in one of his recent streams on Whatnot where he actually had Dave Stevens' sister on, and she was telling some amazing stories, showing off some awesome original artwork, and then he had an auction afterwards for some individual books and then some mystery boxes. And I just so happened to pick up one of the mystery boxes, and I think I've got 3 Dave Stevens covers inside this package. Can't wait to see them. I know, if I remember correctly, I had maybe 1 or 2 of them, but I'm always looking to upgrade my copies, and I think the copies that I have of some of these books, these are going to beat them out. So I'm really excited to see what I've got in here. Again, Dave Stevens is probably the #1 cover artist, in my opinion, and at least my favorite over the last year or so, maybe a little more. If you've, again, watched any of my videos lately, Dave Stevens always comes up in them, and I'm always happy to add more books of his to my collection. Let's get into this one. All right, I haven't flipped these over yet. I'm so excited to do so. Let's see what the first one is on the front. Oh man, yeah, I can already tell that this is an upgrade to one that I already have. And this book came in last year as my #1 book for the 31 Days of Halloween comics. And it is 3-dimensional Seduction of the Innocent. This was the first Dave Stevens cover that I knowingly had and purchased. I may have had 1 or 2 before that, but never really paid attention to him. I picked up my first copy of this book from a local auction house. It was a local collector, but this one is in pretty nice shape, especially compared to my copy that I already have. I just love this cover. It's the one that really introduced me to Dave Stevens and his art. Super happy to add this one to my collection and upgrade the copy that I already have. Oh man, I'm gonna put this one over here. I've been putting all the other books down here. This one's going up here so I can continue to peek at it every now and then. I just love that cover so much. All right, next up from Cinema Chan is An Alien Worlds #2. This is a book that I have already as well. But again, I think this copy is in better shape than the one that I have. So again, I'm always looking to upgrade copies of books that are my favorites. This is definitely one of them. So I'm gonna go check out my other copy as soon as I get done with this video. All right, and then last up is another book that I already had, but again, I think this is in better shape than the one that I originally had, and that is Vanguard Illustrated #2. I love this yellow cover. It's not my favorite yellow cover of Dave Stevens. That would be Planet Comics #1. I did pick that up earlier this year, and that's like my Dave Stevens grail right there. But this one is another amazing one. I just love the scene, love the art, love all Dave's art. I think that's about all that needs to be said about Dave and his art. Just amazing drawing skills, inking skills, everything's amazing. Love it. Super happy to finally have opened these. I knew that they were sitting over there. I couldn't remember which books they were. But now that I know and I can compare them to ones that I had, I'm really excited to probably have upgraded 3 books from this purchase. All right, I'm pretty sure I know what is in this next one, but I do know who it's from, and that is Sticky Goose over on YouTube and Instagram. If you're watching me, I'm sure you've heard of Sticky Goose before. He's a much bigger channel. Love his content. He's got a way of stirring up the community, I guess you could say. But I think his intentions are good. He just maybe ruffles some feathers here and there in different communities, but I think he's a good guy overall. Sticky was nice enough to sell me a book out of a collection that he recently picked up from one of his videos. I saw it. He had multiple copies of some of those books. I reached out to him and he was happy enough to make me an offer on this one that I couldn't refuse, so I picked it up. Let's get into that one as well. All right, now this isn't actually a comic book. It's what I would consider to be a comic adjacent type of item, and that is Wizard Magazine #11 with Spawn on the cover and a Spawn trading card here with a nice hollow foil design. I don't know about you, but I'm a kid of the 80s and 90s. I have a ton of trading cards, mostly Marvel, 99% Marvel in my collection, but I do have quite a few of the Wizard trading cards that came with the magazines. This one is in awesome shape, still polybagged as you can see here and sealed up. I think this is an amazing cover. I do collect Wizard magazines. I have quite a few of them. I don't have a number one, wish I did. That'll be added to the collection at some point, but I have probably 80 out of the first 100 issues. And I like to pick these up when they are affordable. Most of them are pretty affordable, and you can a lot of times pick them up at local shows and shops for pretty cheap. I mean, I'm not surprised when I can pick them up for like $1 a piece, but some shops and vendors will ask more for them. And this just happens to be one of those titles that does go for a little more. This, number one, and a few others go for a few more bucks, but definitely keep your eye out for these. It's nice to flip through them and see like what cards and comics were going for back in the 90s. This one is from July of 1992. Super happy to add this to the collection of all the comic adjacent items that I do collect. All right, this one here is from an awesome member of the comic book community, both on YouTube and Instagram, and that is John from the duo over at Bronze and Modern Gods. I picked this up at one of John's recent live sales on Instagram. I have no idea what this is. John always has amazing offers and deals on his show, and a lot of times Richard joins him as well. They kind of go back and forth on who's selling, and one of them will kind of run the show while the other is selling. But John always has like these oddball books a lot of times, and just random books that always catch my attention, and I usually end up buying one or two things from John. I have no idea what this is though. I think this was shipped, at the beginning of October, so nearly 2 months ago is when this was shipped to me. I have no idea what I bought. Let's get into this thing. I know I've mentioned packaging a couple times in this video, and I wanted to bring out a note on this as well. This again is that book from John over at Bronze and Modern Gods. Every time I've ordered from him, he not only mails in a Gemini that's wrapped then in a United States Postal Service Priority Mail mailer envelope, but he also places the books inside of like a larger bag, like maybe a Golden Age or magazine bag. So not only are your comic books bagged and boarded individually, he also wraps them in the exterior bag and tapes that up as well. That way you're not getting like any dirt or moisture or anything like that. It's just that extra touch that John puts on his shipping packages that's really appreciated, and just makes him an awesome member of this comic book community. Okay, so looks like I picked up one book from John on one of his recent shows, but there's actually 3 books in this order. The cool thing that John does a lot of times is he gives you the option of, after purchasing a book, getting a pull from his, I think, $3 and up bin. So you give $3 additional to your purchase price, and he will pick out a couple random books from a short box that he's got there. And it looks like I picked up Silver Surfer 96. Oh, I'm sorry, Silver Surfer 123 from December of 96. And Micronauts number 2. Those were my additional books that I purchased. But the one that I was really after, that I picked up from John, which he says is looks to be a 9.6 or 9.8, and again, his shipping's awesome, and he put this in a nice Mylar and fullback board here. We've got Marvel Age 134 with Beavis and Butthead on the cover. Now, I recently picked up Beavis and Butthead number 1 from a local half-price books here in town. I think I paid like a couple dollars for it, which is an amazing deal. But I love Beavis and Butthead, watched them growing up in the 90s. I'm a big fan of them and their cartoons. Mike Judge humor is amazing. So super excited to add this to my nostalgic 90s section of my comic book collection. All right, we're down to the last package in this, and this one is a book that I actually won on a live stream on Whatnot about a month, maybe 2 months ago on this, and this was a pretty awesome experience for me. I was actually invited to a live stream watch party for Collectibles Comics on Whatnot. Now, the host of this live stream was actually Ryan over at Colossus Collector on YouTube and Instagram. He shot me a message. I think we had talked a couple times before this, chatted about books here and there. And he reached out to me and said, hey, I'm going to do a live stream of this guy's Whatnot live sale. Would you be interested in kind of watching along with him and a couple other people from the YouTube and Instagram community? And, we'll just kind of chat about the books that are up and, maybe buy some books, things like that. So I hopped on this live stream with a few others, and I'm going to shout them out now. Of course, we had Ryan, who was hosting the live stream, but there was also Brandon from Mon Comics here on YouTube. We also had Big B McFly from here and over on Instagram as well. There's Dan's X-Men Comics over on Instagram. Hopefully we can get him onto YouTube pretty soon as well. Who else did we have? We also had Rohan from Absolute Game of Nerds for a little bit, but it was an amazing time watching this stream live and watching each other bid on books and buy books. And it actually happened that I won the first giveaway on this stream. It was for a graded book. I don't remember what it was, to be honest. And like I said, most of these books, I don't remember what I bought or won. Again, the ship date on this one was October 6th. So coming up on 2 months again that this book has been in my possession. I don't know what it is. Let's get to it. I always love the look of a new slab, and this one is no different. That just happens to be Action Comics 1056. This is the Syndicate edition with cover art by Carla Cohen. Just amazing 9.8 CGC graded book here. Obviously going to throw in a better shot of this book now, but just amazing artwork here. This is awesome. I'm not a big DC collector, but this is just awesome art of Power Girl here on the cover. This is, yeah, awesome. It's a Syndicate 616 Unknown Comics exclusive here. Yeah, variant cover presented by 616 Comics. So again, super big shout out to Collectibles over on Whatnot for hooking me up with this awesome giveaway. And again, a big shout out to Ryan over at Colossus Collector for inviting me to that live stream. That was a big bunch of fun with a lot of amazing guys who I now consider to be a good group of friends. I communicate with them all the time, and we've got some amazing things lined up in the future. So definitely keep an eye out on all of those channels because we will be having some amazing content in the near future. I just hate that I let all of these books pile up. There were some amazing things in those packages that I just had no idea were there, whether it was, you know, I had forgotten I had even ordered them, or I knew I ordered something from somebody but couldn't remember what it was. And then even the instances of, hey, I know what's in those boxes, I just don't have the time and you know, maybe energy to get into them. I think there's some amazing books in here. You know, I got the awesome David Nakayama covers. I got those amazing Dave Stevens covers that upgraded multiple books in my collection. And then this cool giveaway from Collectibles on Whatnot. Just all these books, really excited to add to my collection. Can't thank everybody enough for making them available to the community. I just want to thank you for watching this video. I'm actually getting really close to hitting 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube. I will definitely be having a 1,000 subscriber giveaway. No idea what it's going to be yet. I think I've got about 50 or 60 subs to go for this. I don't know that I'm going to make it before the end of the year. Maybe we'll do like a start of 2024 giveaway if I hit 1,000 right at the beginning of the year. Who knows? I'm working on what it's going to be and all the details, so be sure to check out my channel. Be sure to give me a subscribe, you know, help me hit that 1K number, and hit the notification bell so you know when I've released a new video and you can get all the details for that giveaway. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and in the comments below, let me know what was your favorite book that I picked up. You know, do you have any favorites? And then let me also know, do you let your books pile up in the corner or in the side of your room and open them all at once? Or are you someone that opens all of your books right away as soon as you get them? I'm interested to hear everybody's stories. All right, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.